Well, I've been in the field sales industry for some 20 years now. I started with Coca-Cola back in 1989. My first role was a sales rep out on the route trade, and field sales technology was very basic back in those days. But I've spent the last 15 years working in sales, working through key account and other sales management roles. And then about 5 years ago I moved into the IT side of the business, mainly focusing on IT solutions for Salesforce. Well, historically the bottlers and the Coca-Cola company have worked on their own, and they've built really point solutions that meet their specific needs, and that turns out to be a very expensive and slow way to develop Salesforce automation. So what we did in 2008 is we decided to find a strategic partner to work with us, an expert in the consumer packaged goods industry and mobility, to help us build a global template that we could then take and deploy around the world. And since then we've put together a global team of business and IT experts, and we're working together to build this global template that can then be configured and deployed in individual franchise bottlers around the world. So we went through a very extensive requirements gathering process. We started off by meeting with interested franchise bottlers. We had a number of workshops, we had questionnaires, and we gathered information from these interested bottlers, and we took that as the basis of our requirements. We then took those requirements and went through an extensive vendor evaluation process where we looked at the vendors in the industry and found someone that we thought could best deliver on our needs. And through that process we selected CAS as our vendor of choice. Yeah, well, there's definitely benefits and lots of challenges of trying to develop such a global template as the one that we're working on. Some of the challenges include the spread of our team. We're spread over 6 time zones around the world, so that creates its own unique issues with trying to work with people, getting face time and being effective working together. But the benefits are there because over the last probably 10 years we've spent tens of millions of dollars as a independent franchise bottlers in the Coca-Cola company, and today we're still nowhere near best in class. So the benefits for us are to pool our resources and expertise to come up with one solution that meets the needs of the bottlers around the world. Well, we don't have any KPIs as such for the particular project as far as uptake by bottlers and those sorts of things. But having said that, we have no shortage of bottlers that are interested to work with us and to deploy this solution. The most important thing that we work on at the moment is to get our pilot up and running, which is due to go live in November this year. And then once we have that running, we think we then have a good platform to bring bottlers from around the world and show them what we've done, and out of that will come the interest to deploy more broadly around the world. Well, our current stage in the project is we've just finished building release 1, and as I just said, we're about to go to pilot. Next year we'll be focusing on building release 2, which will deliver a complete set of software to cover all of the processes for Salesforce automation. We've already started work with our same partner supplier in doing direct store delivery applications. That means that we'll be able to create hybrid roles between our Salesforce and our delivery field force into the future. And then moving forward, we're also looking at other low-cost devices that can be used in some of our markets where the cost of technology is high versus the cost of labour. I guess what I've learned over the years is that success in the field comes not from the technology, but it comes from the way you execute those processes and technology. And so I've worked on developing my network of contacts with industry over the years, and we can learn from each other in a non-compete way, which is fine because it's all about how you execute in the field.